morning, everyone. We have a definite back off today in temperature, sun, because we've got more clouds, and probably rain too. Boy, it looked like we were going to get pounded with some rain again last night. It was loud, it was bright, it was threatening, and then we got like 3/100 of an inch. Oh well. I am headed out on the normal shopping today. Yeah, there was something else I was going to say. Oh, I ordered some Lego parts for my building because I'm short on a couple of things coming up here. Won't stop me from working on it tonight, but I needed a few things, and there was one other thing I'm going to say. It'll come back to me. Good morning, Gray. Hi. Hi, hi. Here you go. How you doing? Huh? How you doing? Hi. Hi, sweet pea. Hi, sweet pea. There's Morris patiently waiting on me. Good morning. Goodness. Come here. Come here. Hi. Come on. Hi. Good morning, bud. Good morning. I know what I was going to tell you guys. I saw the goldfinch yesterday, but they did not go to the new feeder during the times that I was recording the feeder. But it's only been a day. We're getting our walk in, right, or our little jog in.
Yeah, I had a white piece of plastic through the fence.
Yeah, we use sticks sometimes to get things that are on the other side.
Just far enough away you can't get it. You need an implement to reach out for it.
Yes, that was a 3, a blue 3.
Yeah, blue 3.
The breeze feels nice out here this morning. The subdued sunlight is much appreciated.
I think that's why all the kids are out playing.
Yeah, the kids are on the splash pad. Well, they're in the ball field, and yeah, they're playing on the playground. I meant to film that the guys are there to work on the fence. I think we showed you that they dropped off supplies to do the big high school ball field 3 fence. You know, they did 1 and 2 up in the parking lot.
Year before last?
Seems like it was last spring, but I don't remember exactly. We could go back and look in the videos. Anyway, so obviously they're doing the other one. I don't think it needs replacement. But they've got this thing now where they want it to be black and not silver.
Right.
So I think that's part of it. They're starting to put some fence in here at the church. Anyway, I was going to, you know, just point down there and show you, but I got a little distracted about the guys had come and cleared out the recycle area, electronic recycle, and there was broken glass and more than we could clean up without a broom. So we got the large things, but, and it's all the guys that loaded up for the town. They just leave the broken glass out in front of the thing. It's very frustrating, very frustrating. And the splash pad was super busy. As we were leaving, all of the moms with little kids were arriving. You know, wear them out, take them home for their nap. it's how it rolls. And they're doing something back over here today. They haven't been They haven't been over there for a while. But they're back. They filled in the holes and stuff in there where they put in the new.
They had hauled off all the large equipment. The looks like there's a bobcat or something back over there, a small skid loader. But yeah, they're over there doing something, and it does require a little bit of effort because I did see them have like a pump or something set up. They brought in some equipment, but none of that heavy excavating equipment.
Yeah, most of the stuff they're doing for the project is on the other side of the environmental park over on 401.
Yes.
That over in that direction now to where the new lift station is going in versus over here on our end. She says my ETA is 10:54 and she's actually wanting me to go through the neighborhood and out the other way, so I'm gonna do that. I don't like the dump trucks the other direction anyway. I just wanted to note that Ruby is not offering me FSD until right there, right as I was coming around the curve, which, you know, as a seasoned FSD driver, I would not invoke it right in the middle of the curve. But I think I could do it now and it'd probably be okay. Yep. But not up on the parking pad. I'm applying slight force. There, I moved the scroll wheel. Just trying to let you do your thing. Well, I have to say that I've seen all the posts on X of folks visiting the new Tesla diner out in Los Angeles, and I'm a little jealous. Now, there's lots of places I would put in front of visiting the diner, but I'd really like to visit the diner, even though that's not our kind of food. I wonder, well, hopefully if you say I want, you know, 3 hamburger patties with cheese and bacon, they'll just do that in the little Cybertruck box and not the, you know, not want to force you with the bun and stuff. If they don't, we need to tell us carnivore, ketovore people, we need to tell Elon that we need, you know, a burgers only option on the menu. But anyway, it looks really cool and I'd love to go there. I'd love to go there. I've actually been to Los Angeles. I went to Universal Studios in 1979. They had all of the Battlestar Galactica stuff. I got to see a Cylon. I was young. I was, you know, really young, and that was really exciting. But anyway, dreaming of, you know, visiting, I guess. But, you know, when people post from Starbase, I dream of visiting there too. So I have odd places I would visit if I could. You know, autopilot in Ruby, when you would engage it, used to grab and go. And by that I mean she would drop a mile or 2 per hour, but she pretty much would engage at the current speed and keep going. Well, now I just re-engaged autopilot because I had a kick out back there, and I don't remember why, but I did. And no, I was going through that double left turn back there, and the box truck came into my lane and I took control. That's what happened. You can't trust people in the double turn lanes. I don't like double turn lanes. Anyway, I engaged FSD, and, you know, I had my foot on the accelerator still because I knew, right? And I tried to take it off 3 different times, and she's dropping 5 mile an hour, 10 mile an hour, and I'm in a 55 zone. And I was doing about 48 when I engaged autopilot because I was in traffic, and that's how fast traffic was going. She can't drop down to 40 mile an hour and then decide that she's willing to go forward. It's ridiculous. So it used to be that part used to be better. You used to grab and go at just about the current speed with only a minor dip. A reasonable dip. And now it's like, I'm not dropping 10 mile an hour to engage autopilot on a busy road. I just kept my foot on the accelerator, and it's like 30 or 40 seconds at least before she's willing to go at the speed of the road that, you know, traffic and the road that I'm on. It feels like forever when you're in a, you know, 45 or 55 zone and she's dropping the speed. It feels like forever. It's not forever, but it feels like forever. So Ruby handled this maneuver getting into the chiropractor's parking area perfectly today. She came down the exit ramp and she stayed in the middle lane. She waited for cars to pass, and then did a right turn on red appropriately into the lane I wanted her to go to, and then into the turn lane here. So it was all good. She stopped farther back, and then she creeped towards the stoplight back there. That was also fine. So this last release, whatever, there's a white Juniper, whatever release she's on now from a month ago or whatever, there's been a definite improvement from my perspective about how she handles that intersection back there. Much more comfortable with the way she's handling it now. Well, there's 3 Teslas and a Mach-E in the parking lot. Where red, white, and blue, and red. In that turn lane in front of me was another regular car, then a Wake County Sheriff's Deputy car, and then a white Ford Mustang. And when the light turned green and the Mustang was going through the intersection, the cop turned on his lights and pulled him over in the Goodwill. I don't know. That was the first time. I guess the cop was waiting until he could physically get out of the street to pull him over in a safe spot. That's how I interpreted it. Not a good day for that driver. In a person's life, the absence of reminders is often overlooked. So the chiropractor sends me a reminder every Sunday that I have an appointment and what time it is, blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't know what's going on today, but they're closed, and I didn't get a reminder on Sunday, and I didn't realize I didn't get the reminder. So I texted Janice and said, hey, I didn't realize I didn't have an appointment today. Not a big deal. Not a big deal, but just unexpected. So, you know, I got a lot of automation going on in my life. And it's really useful, like timers and reminders and lights coming on and lights going off and other security related things. And it's good and it's helpful, it's useful, and I wouldn't want to live without it. But if AI wants to do something else for me, I need to be able to program in the absence of a reminder. So in this case, like having some software, because I don't know if it has to be AI or not. You know, we tend to overuse that terminology now, I think, in today's society. But, you know, say, hey, every Sunday you need to monitor for a message from Apex Family Chiropractic, and if it doesn't come in, then I need to know, or something like that. Also, you know, I have these appointments here, but it'd be great if their system pushed out those appointments to my Google Calendar, because I don't put it on my calendar myself, and they don't share that calendar file. I forget what it's, AC, you know, the ones you get downloaded to your hard drive every once in a while from somebody to go apply to your Google Calendar or whatever calendar you're using. So at any rate, you know, sometimes it's like, well, God, it's helping me do everything. I don't know what else it would help me do. Well, absence of reminders are sometimes as important as actually reminding. Well, I think what I'm going to do is go to the Lowe's over here and look at clearance plants, since I find myself with a few extra minutes. And Janice did answer me. She's in Miami having some sort of fun. And she said, yeah, we've been closed this week for a while and you shouldn't have gotten a reminder, and I'll see you next week. And I said, thanks for answering, and it's not a big deal. And I didn't get the reminder, but I didn't know I didn't get it. Yeah, we're getting close to the end of the month, and I think I need one more ACH transaction on my debit card, and another 70 cents from a purchase at Lowe's would be nice to add to my monthly, toward my monthly $10 back from Amazon for scanning receipts. So right now, Lowe's and Home Depot and other home improvement places that pay 70 cents. They were paying $1. Now it's only 70 cents. And discount stores like Walmart and Target, I think they pay 25 cents. They might be paying 50 cents. But like all the little stuff like Harris Teeter or, and most of the Guardian Angel receipts are only 10 cents right now. And I'm not... It's hard. They've made it much harder to get to $10 is what I'm trying to tell you. They've been changing the receipt values almost monthly, and it can be a little hard to keep up with, but it's still worthwhile to me. You know, they want to hand me $5 a month. They want to hand me $10 a month. Plus there's some surveys. So there's been times that it's been more like $12 a month, and that's because they've sent me 25-cent and 50-cent surveys. So I would like for it to be easy to get the full $10, but you know, it's fine. It's really fine. Well, there is a ton of stock still left at this Lowe's, and it all looks great. Well, there's lots to choose from, but I'm not really seeing anything that I want to take home pretty. Yeah, you know, 75% off would have maybe swayed me instead of 50. Most of it's annuals, and yeah, I just didn't see any. I have one flag shepherd hook there, and they're $5 at Walmart, and they're $20 here, and they look similar quality. I would say they're equal. And the Walmart I was at the other day had them on clearance for $2.50, and I bought 2 more. So wow, what a beautiful Tamakiyama there on the end. That's, you know, Dawn's tree in the front yard. Sure, it has a beautiful price too. Yeah, these trees need to go on clearance. They've had a little bit of damage. That's a Crimson Queen. We'll call that a dream find at Guardian Angel and leave it there. Well, that's a little sad. I didn't get a plant, and I didn't get my 70 cents. Besides the beautifully wrapped Live 3 Model S, we also have a Cybertruck over here. Well, I sure hope to find some goodies in here today. There's a charm holder necklace thing in there. Origami Owl. It's got $2 on it. I'm so excited. They've got Christmas in July out today, and wow, that is such a beautiful and intricate nativity. I doubt they're Hertz cars, but there's a black Y and a black 3 over there. I bought a crinkly 4th of July tablecloth. By crinkly, I mean it's cotton, but it's meant to be not a flat fabric. And I got that locket, and that's all I got today. Well, he's stuck out just a bit. Normally they just park over here on the side. There's no nasty towing or signs in this parking lot. I parked over here feeling fairly comfortable that the person next to me was a Hertz car. The driver's door was on the other side. This is a Hertz truck. Well, both those Tesla vehicles actually were Hertz cars, and the Model 3 was moved up front for a customer pickup while I was getting ready to back out of my parking space. So cool. Well, at least I'm getting steps. I walked in and looked at the clearance here at the Walmart by the Whole Foods, and because I drove past it and it looked like there was a bunch of new stuff, and I didn't find anything. I really didn't find anything. It's 12:50. I'm more or less coming into Whole Foods at the time that I usually do. I've got the dishwasher running behind me. I've got shepherd's pie in the oven, and I'm going to build the roof for that little section that I did last night. I should have enough time to do that. Yeah. So the sloped roof is on over here. You can see it's, you know, open here because it comes into the other living compartments. So yeah. I pulled out more slopes for the rest of the building. If I did it right, I won't have to pull the slopes out again. I wouldn't hold my breath, but I tried. And, you know, this part here is next, so it'll build that rectangle. His use of the dark tan in certain spots is a little odd, but it's fine. I'm following what he said to do. I I needed the new Pokemon.
You did.
Honedge. It's a sword.
Yeah.
And I invited Michelle, and she's got it too. All 4 of our accounts were set.
Way cool. So we're good, huh?
Yeah, we can go back home now.
Okay.
I had Don stop on the way down so we could check out all the lights and just stop and check out the view. You know, in the summertime, we don't come in a lot when it's dark because it gets dark. You know, it's getting dark at 9 o'clock. But in the wintertime, we see it more. But I suppose these solar globes are going to go back in the winter so they don't crack. Maybe I'll leave a few out and see how they do. But normally I put that stuff inside. Anyway, it's all lit up. Ooh, I got lots of lights over here. Including the fountain. We're trying not to make the ring floodlight come on.
Yeah, motion detector.
It's a really good light.
That was him.
The cat moved. Anyway, these lights are really pretty and stripe stretching. There's that one there, and then, yeah, the other one is over here. Just too pretty to have moved off the table, so I left them there. But I've got 2 more that are going. This area right here is like no man's land. It's too dark. So as soon as the next pack of solar lights gets here, that'll be fixed. I think tomorrow.
Oh, goodness.